What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build It video, and today we are going to talk about where the game is going, where has it come from, you know, all that good stuff, the added benefits versus the downfalls. Basically, it's a game review, SimCity Build It review, and that is based off of my 5 years experience with this game. So I think I have a pretty good educational background towards the game to be able to put out a review on it. Okay, if you guys are looking for a builder game, this is or may, you know, it might not be what you're looking for. You have to think about that for just a minute. Now, I've heard of, there's several other city builder games out there. City Skylines, which has a hell of a lot more customization, you know, benefits and whatnot. Overall, as far as the building aspect, I would say City Skylines blows SimCity out of the water. However, SimCity is a lot more colorful, okay? When you play City Skylines, it's very bland and basic and boring, and to me, anyway. Now, SimCity, what it used to be a lot better. And I know that they have tried to make the game better over the last, I'd say, about 1.5 to 2 years. They've put out a lot of new content and updates. And for some of it has been a benefit, but a lot of it hasn't. Okay? And I'm going to go through my review as to what is good or what is bad. Now, first things first. If you guys have not been playing this game very long and you don't recall ever not having this mayor's pass here, then you're probably not going to know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to cover that, all right? Before the war feature was put out, okay, we've always had the contest of mayors, these assignments that you do, and you earn points. You go up in leagues and you battle random people of your level, and you work your way up and you earn the leaderboard prize, okay? Now, every time you level up, you go against people who have been playing the game for longer and are more experienced, and therefore put out more points, and therefore the competition is harder. Now, it got to a point very early on in the game where people would spend cash to bring back the flights, or spend cash to open canisters early or whatever, and they had the right to do that. So what happened was the people that weren't spending cash were unable to finish their assignments on time versus the people that were spending cash. So they would continue to compete in the contest of mayors. They would go, damn, why is my score so damn low compared to these guys? What are they doing? And they would look at those people's score and they would go, okay, their overall average is 2K an assignment. So next round of mayors, I'm going to see how to hit 2K average. And the only way that they could do that was by spending money. Now, you would spend more than you would get from the contest of mayors. And that is when it became an issue. And a lot of people stopped wanting to play in the contest of mayors. However, they wanted to earn the buildings, because the only way to earn the buildings back then was to climb your way up each leaderboard, each league, I mean. Okay? So, if you wanted to earn the very last building, you had to at least be promoted into Mega once. So you didn't have to win the Mega League. You just had to win every league, get promoted. You don't have to win first place. You just get promoted. Now, everybody who signed up for the season prize or the season automatically was demoted down to the neighborhood league, obviously, because they had to climb the ladder to get their buildings. So the first round of the Metro, everybody's competing, right, to get into Mega, because everybody wants that last building. So if you didn't make it in on the first round or the second round, you were screwed you had to make it in by like the third round, because then the contest of mayors would be over and your opportunity to earn that final building would have went away. Now, back then, it was really hard to get to hit the top 10 people when everybody wanted in, right? Okay, so fast forward a little bit. Here we are. And keep in mind, this was back when the contest was free. Like, to sign up for it was free, to get the buildings was free, all that good stuff. The only thing you had to spend money on was cash if you wanted to spend cash on the contest. Now, these were the types of buildings that we would earn. They were fairly large. They had some detail. They were kind of cool looking, right? Like this one here. This one was the first time I started playing Contest of Mayors. This was, I believe, the first round of buildings that I ever earned was the educational buildings. Then there was these really cool castle-style buildings that came out. And there was this pass here. Not pass. Okay. So quite a few. I have a lot of stuff in storage. I have a lot of stuff on my other maps. Now, you see those buildings. They look pretty decent, right? Okay. Now here we are. We fast forward just a little bit. And the game says, you know what? We're going to try to make it to where everybody wants to continue to play the contest because they haven't wanted to play, right? Because let's face it, unless you're earning the buildings, there's really no point at that point. So they said, we're going to come out with a mayor's pass. And what they did was they made this pass. And if you don't purchase it, you get, and you do your assignments, you get anything in the blue part. Okay, that's the free pass. If you purchase the pass, and in the US it's $4.99, you get the premium pass. So you get to collect on both rewards. You get the blue ones and the gold ones. All right, good. Now, you can earn this at your own pace, basically. So I don't play competitively. I just basically buy the pass and try to earn the pass rewards. Now, lately, the pass rewards have been beneficial for me because I've been unlocking regional maps. So when I collect on the dozer, the beach, the mountain, the storage, the deeds, the keys, all that good stuff, it's a benefit. However, once you've unlocked those regional maps, you no longer need the beach, the dozer, the mountain, all that stuff, right? So based off of where you're at in the game will determine if the pass is or is not beneficial to you as far as rares go. However, most people, even if they didn't get the rewards from the pass, or benefit from the rewards, they would buy it for the buildings, right? And being how the contest was free before, and we had really nice, good, large, detailed buildings, why is it now, here we are, fast forwarded a year later or whatever, and we're paying for garbage, okay? The buildings are retarded. So retarded, okay? And I forgot to show you guys this thing. A lot of people ask me about that. That is a mayor's building. This castle, all the ones I just showed and pointed to, okay? You can never get again. Now, here we are. We fast forwarded. Now we're into the 7th pass, and each and every pass has been as stupid as the next. And this is what you have to look forward to. This is the buildings that they're putting out right now, okay? They're so tiny, for one, that you can't see shit. Look at that. They're tiny. Yeah, okay, that one. Look at this, dude. That. I know. Can you see it, or did you have to put your face up to your phone? That's how retarded they are. Now, I'm all about the buildings, okay? That's the only reason I play the Contest of Mayors at this point. And to be quite honest with you, these are retarded. I don't know anybody who would find those to look cool. I really don't. Not in comparison to what they were and what they came from. Now, if you click on your button down here and you hit the Mayor's Pass, which they added in this never used to be here, okay? So the way that it used to work was they would pick a specialization category based off that particular season. So like I said, this was the educational ones. This one went for landmarks. And this one was landmarks. So they would pick categories, right, that they were going to allow you to basically earn buildings in. Now, here we are. We fast forwarded. They've taken out the worship category, which was the category with the 4 churches that you could purchase, which are really stupid anyway. And they put the worship category and they combined it into landmarks. So they took the worship category completely out of the game. And then they added in the mayor's pass. Okay, so now we have an additional type of specialization that is boosting your pop, right? Now, if you look at a lot of these have really low pop boost. So, and they're really tiny and undetailed, right? And they can be placed in other places other than your map, like the mountainside or the beach even. Some of them have really high pop boost, and that is the main reason why people like them, is because they're tiny and they boost your pop a lot, right? But as far as looks go, they're uglier than shit, okay? These look like houses, for one. They don't look like specialization buildings to me at all. Then they put out these ones that you had to put on water. Like they're little apartments. So a lot of people, if you're asking, you know, how do you get the buildings that are like this, that sit on the water? That was a mayor's pass special. I don't know if they're going to do that again. I'm sure they will. But that's how you get it. But the point is, those don't really boost your pop all that much. It's like 30%. Okay. And then you go into, look at all these. There's nothing special about any one of these. And to be quite honest, I feel bad for the people that have just started playing within the last, I don't know, couple months, because you guys really have nothing to place in your city once you get to the point of designing your city to look cool. Because a lot of people, if you followed my building guide, you guys are at the point where you're trying to earn the fundamentals of your building. Like you're trying to stack it up for your storage and your dozer and get yourself all set up before you start designing. And during this time, you're working the contest of mayors and you're earning all those buildings. Now, it would be really nice if the game would put out some nice buildings. And that is my review on it, is that the game has went downhill in the last couple years. I still play the game. I still enjoy the game. I've put way too much into my city to quit now. That's for sure. But there's a lot of things about this game that I think are ridiculous. Okay. And I think that the game developers need to quit having their hand out with the money, like all the damn game developers. I know they all want to make their money, but if they would just take the time to fix some of the issues with the game, then people would be way more willing to hand out money for it, right? I know people, no joke, hand, to God if I ever, if I believe in God. But point is, I'm going to tell you right now, there are people that spend $800 a week on this game, and I'm not playing. It's ridiculous. Now, between the war packs and the contest, they make a pretty flippin' penny, all right? They should and could put out some effort and put out some decent buildings, and people would pay. So when you pop up this type of thing on my screen this morning, and I look at it, I have to look at my cash, and I go, okay, I don't have enough cash. So I have to go and grab my credit card, and I have to go and purchase this. Why would I slide my credit card for this? This is a ridiculous joke, okay? That building is so damn tiny, I would have to get a microscope to see it. And for 2, it only boosts my pop 35%. And for 3, what the fuck does milkshakes have to do with the 4th of July? I would really like to know that. Because if it's a 4th of July building, I would assume that it would be somewhat themed on the 4th of July. So don't say 4th of July bundle, okay, as if it's a holiday special that it has nothing to do with the holiday, all right? And then honestly, the only reason that I would even consider purchasing this would be for the dozer and the storage, but I'm better off waiting until a different promotion pops up where it says like 10 of each storage for 216. That's what I'm better off doing, okay? In my opinion, is this worth it? No. That's just my opinion. Especially if you're somebody who does not spend real money on the game. Don't waste your cash on this garbage, okay? It's trash. This one, they finally did something a little better. The last one that we had, we were unable to upgrade homes to earn the pink plumb bob points. And they made it to where you had to purchase the diamonds in order to unlock the buildings. Now, this you get, 40 cash. You get a couple trees, couple lakes, some storage. It's only 3 of each storage. And the one thing that I wanted was the Swan Lake, okay, which I got. And I'm going to go over here and zoom way in so you can see it. This right here. That's it. Now, I thought it was going to look a little nicer, but as you can tell, that's me zoomed all the ways in. I can barely even see the damn swans. Then you go over here to, like, let's see, where is my other Swan Lake? This one here, and that one was cheap, free, and easy. And look at it. I can actually see the birds. You know what I mean? So they've went way downhill. Not going to lie. They really have. And like this building that they just allowed us to buy, don't think that, oh, they put out some cool buildings. No, those have been around. Those have been around for years. They just recycle them through every year. Okay? So keep in mind that when reviewing the game, if it were me, I would keep up with the times and I would go, you know what? Our chat feature is really lame. Let's add a voice chat to the game. Let's add a profile to the game where everybody can log into their own account, have multiple cities, have a private messaging system. The president of the club can actually have some more detailed options and block members from joining who are a nuisance. And they can promote people, have more than 25 people in a group. Like, there are so many things I would change about this game, and I would strongly recommend that they do so. Because to be quite honest with you, with the way technology is and the way where video games has come from, the chat system in this game is a joke. You can't say the word sucks without them bleeping it out. Sometimes you type up a whole thing that wasn't even profanity or anything, and it comes back with a bunch of squiggles. And it's ridiculous, okay? Now, I think it's fucked up that you have to go through so much hell just to sync your save data. Okay? So even though I play this game every day and I enjoy the game, there's a lot about it that I don't enjoy. Okay? And if I'm reviewing the game based off of a city builder, I'm sure there are better ones out there. Now, I also think that for a city builder and for the fact that the people that made this game, they have put out a lot of games, a lot of city builders over the years. And I find it very odd that this particular one, they did so horribly on in comparison to the ones they've done before. For example, the building options. Why is water made to be purchased the way that it is? Okay. For example, why isn't water free? Water should be free, in my opinion. Okay, now even if you were going to make it cost money, we should enter into a whole different building screen where we can pick up all the buildings at one time with one click, right? And then place them all back down if we want. But having to sit here and pick up 97 puddles in one tiny area is tedious and ridiculous. If it were me, I would allow you guys to change the terrain of the ground, you know what I mean? So you could lift and put hills and stuff like that. And that you guys, if you guys have, I'm going to give you a tour of my city for those of you who've never seen it. I put a lot of work into my city to make it look pretty. However, if you guys have shopped the global market, and I want you to do this from now on, and I've been religiously doing this all week, every time I shop the global market, I make a point to just briefly go like this and look around the person's city. And I have been screenshotting people's cities that I find that are beautiful or that they put some time into. Do you know how many screenshots I have this week? 4. Do you know how many people's cities I saw that were over level 50? Thousands of people. And their city, it's trash. And I'm not trying to be rude, but put some give a damn into it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking that you have to put water in trees. All right. Even the people with the high pop cities where it's just all skyscrapers and shit, you can tell they put time into it. But when you see somebody who's level 50, they have 300 storage. You can see mayor's buildings from 4 or 5 years ago, and their city just looks like any basic normal city. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay. I'm just going to click some random city. And what are the odds that I get somebody's city that's just basic and boring? See, told you. What'd I tell you? Basic? Well, he's a level 20, so that's not very fair. Let's go with this. I just wish people would put some damn effort into it. This guy's a level 42. Pretty basic. See what I'm saying, you guys? When was the last time you saw a city that you were like, damn, that guy put some work into it? You're probably all thinking, your city. Now you're probably thinking, how does she know what I think? This bitch knows how I feel. This guy's a level 51. Been playing quite some time. You can tell by the buildings he has, like that one. These parks here. But pretty basic. You see where I'm going with this, you guys? Now, I see people that are level 99. And most of the time, level 99 players have pretty decent cities, okay? So if you want to play a city builder, make a beautiful city. Or make something that has a lot of pop or whatever. I don't care what the hell you do. Honestly, you could just make a shit city for all I care. But the point is, I would like to think that if I was making a city builder, that I would be able to see a lot of beautiful cities. Now, the reason that I'm kind of ranting about that is because I wanted to do a video for you guys showing you guys some cool design ideas and basically a top 10 cities video, right? Well, here I am a week later, and I've got 4 screenshots for you guys, and to be real, they ain't even that great. They're just like better than that what we just saw. So if you guys have a gorgeous city, you put a lot of time into it, a lot of work into it, whatever. If you have screenshots of somebody's city, send them to me. I want to see your city, right? If you have something to be proud of, show it to me. And I'll add it into my video, okay? So, you can hit me up on Facebook. My name is MissyAnne. I'm from Marysville, Washington. And if you put it into the filter, you should be able to find me no problem, okay? Do not send me a friend request. Don't. I'm not going to respond to it because this is what you guys do. Right? You send me a friend request, you're not in my club, and then you come over to my fucking depot and you wipe out all my stuff. And then my club members are like, hey man, where's my shit? I'm like, well, some weird squiggly late name from another country just bought all your shit. Oh, okay. I don't even know this fool. Don't send me a friend request. Not unless, one, me and you have talked back and forth and we have a mutual agreement that you are not going to shop from my depot because I have an obligation to my group of members to provide them with items. And I would be really annoyed if they had friends on their list that were constantly buying items that were meant for people in the club, okay? So me, as a president, I can't conduct myself that way. So don't buy from my depot, please. Okay? If you are on my friends list. And if you are not on my friends list, do not try to become on my friends list unless we know each other. Send me a message on Messenger. If me and you conversate back and forth and we have a mutual understanding that you're not going to, buy from my depot and all that good stuff, and you just want advice on the game, then I'm more than happy to speak with you. All right? As far as my review on this game, if I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, based off of the looks in the buildings, I'd give it probably a 6. And that is just not, and I'm not talking about the new comm buildings. I'm talking about just the buildings in general, in the game itself. If I was going to rate this game from 1 to 10 on how it functions, I would give it probably around a 2. And that is because unless you know what you're doing, you really screw yourself. So you have to restart. Now, rating it from 1 to 10 on functionality, like having a profile or being able to connect your save data or all that good stuff, I'd give it a 1. Okay? The way you have to connect your save data is retarded. the whole game, the way that the whole game functions is ridiculous. It really is. I would think that people would, especially with technology, the way that it has, started, they should put out an update that says, you know what? You are not allowed in your city until you make a username and a profile. Okay? And on this username and profile, you can have a total number of this many cities. Perfect, right? If we suspect that you're hacking and we find reason to believe that you are hacking, we are banning your entire profile permanently to Naughty Island. This would allow people to have to make a whole new profile to be hackers. I don't care if you hack this game. I don't give a shit. But don't come in here and hack against people that have busted their ass all week. You want to go against other hackers? Great. But if you're hacked and you have unlimited keys, unlimited money, unlimited coins, what the fuck do you need to win the Mega League for? Why? You're just taking it from all the people that have worked hard. You're just being an asshole, right? Now, to me, I would think that, the whole point in playing the game and showing off all of this was all built, all of this was built legit. I didn't hack anything, okay? Never hacked in my life, not on this game. Now, if I was to hack, can you imagine the city I could build? I mean, look at what I did with not hacking. So, what the hell? Why the hell would you, what satisfaction do you get from hacking is what I'd like to know. I've never understood that with any game, ever. People that play shooter games, they hack, they have that aim assist shit, and they just click anywhere on the screen and they kill you in one shot. And then they pat themselves on the back as if they accomplished something. It's like, dude, who gives a shit if you won? You won like a jackass. You have no actual skill, so what are you patting yourself on the back for? The whole point in the game is to show off your creativity, right? Show off your skill, show off your work. When I look at someone's city, it shows me their work. It shows me where their time has went, what they have done. And if you tell me, hey, I've been playing 5 years, I'm going to go look at your city and I'm going to look at what 5 years of work looks like. And then when I see a month's worth of work in 5 years, I'm asking myself, what the hell have you been doing? Don't waste your time. This type of game, you know why there's no walkthrough for this type of game? You know how every single game has a walkthrough, right? Everyone. If you go play Dark Souls, you're going to see a walkthrough. Mario, you're going to see a walkthrough. You're not going to see a walkthrough on this type of game. You might see somebody build a feeder. You might see somebody show you the first couple levels, but you're not going to see somebody do a walkthrough from level 1 to level 99. Why? Because it would take too damn long. Because it would be boring as fuck. Okay? Now, if you were to pay attention and go, you know what? I'm not going to be that type of person. I'm not going to be the type of person that's going to log in on this game every single day and accomplish nothing. And I would say 98% of people that play the game log in every day and accomplish nothing. Okay? If you are a high level player and you're looking at your city and you're not at max storage, your city's not complete, but you've been playing, quite some time, where has your time went? You have been running in place. And I have a video on this. And people do it more than you realize. They get into the habit and to the routine of checking all their shops, refilling all their stores, kind of dilly-dallying over here and there and everywhere. And they don't ever set any real goals. They don't accomplish anything. I have people in my group that have been playing 2 months and have accomplished more in that 2 months than people who have been playing 5 years. That is no joke. Because they have goals. Because they're saying, you know what, by the end of this week, I'm going to have upgraded my storage to this point. Or I'm working on this, this, and this. They have a goal. They're not just sitting there going, yeah, I've been playing for 5 years. Not really sure what I'm doing over here, but I'm playing. You know what I mean? I always have a goal. You might look at my city and go, well, your city's done. What keeps you playing? My city's not done. Does this look done to you? Look at this. I got shit everywhere. Like, I have to fix 2 months worth of epics, for one. For two, the game's constantly changing and adding buildings, so I'm constantly rotating out designs. For three, I have 4 other maps to design, plus one more to unlock and design. And when I mean design, I have the goal to make every single one of those maps like this map. That level of detail is what I'm referring to. Now, the reason they're set up as ugly as they are is because I need to unlock the last map, so they're set up for pop. Now, even my city set up ugly, this is my version of ugly, is what most people would consider to be beautiful, right? For example, a lot of people would consider that to be a lot of work. Me, that's not that much work, okay? Now, I have every single map that I do have unlocked, I have fully unlocked. Besides, I need to unlock a couple more mountain slots. I think two more mountain slots there. Two more mountain slots there. And I'm waiting to get the deeds because I'm not going to buy the stupid mountain items. And other than that, I'm fully unlocked on every map. Now, to review this game, honestly, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun, but it does need some tune-up. It does need some work. And as far as that Mayor's Pass goes, you guys, man, I would buy it just because it's worth it for the rewards. But I would really like to see some better buildings coming from SimCity Build It. Okay? I really would, because the buildings are really, really lame. They really are. And they're nothing to be showing off or proud of. And that is what people want from the buildings. It seems like they're focusing on pop boost and not really detail. It's almost like they're just out to do a cash grab. Okay? Now, the war feature, this is one thing and that I want to say about this, and that is war is not for everybody. It's just not. So stop forcing us to be a part of it. And by forcing us, what I mean by that is, if you want to be successful in the contest of mayors, whether you're playing competitively or non-competitively, you are forced to do war, because you have so many war assignments, whether it be war deliveries, war upgrades, upgrade your cards, launch attacks, launch specific attacks, all that shit. Launch a legendary attack, launch a rare attack, a common attack, upgrade an attack, all that stupid crap. There's so many war assignments that you are basically forced to play war for the contest. And that, to me, is not right. Okay? Unless you're involved with war, you shouldn't be getting a war assignment popping up at all. That's my opinion on the matter. You shouldn't be getting airport assignments popping up if you don't have your airport unlocked. That's my opinion on the matter. You don't get regional assignments until you unlock regional maps. So why would you get war assignments if you don't want to play war? You know what I mean? But they force us to play, and by doing so, they get more money. Right? So war isn't for everybody. I get that. I'm not too fond of the war. And that really is because until you get to Arena 6, it's really not all that competitive, to be quite honest with you. You get a lot of dead clubs. And that is one thing that I did not like about the war feature in this game. And I don't know who designed the war or what, but the war items are ridiculous. Who the fuck is going to attack you with a duck or a plunger? Are you serious right now? The war items make no sense at all. The ammo crate makes sense, right? But binoculars, okay, I guess I could see that, maybe. I don't know, am I huck a fucking plunger at somebody or fucking squeak, squeak, rubber ducky? Watch out. Like, come on, man. I just don't get it, you know? You start looking at these war items that are needed, and it's almost laughable. Wire cutters, what the fuck? You know? Ridiculous. So, anyways, my review on the game, if I was to rate the game as a whole, I would give it a 5. You know, it needs a lot of work, but it's not completely trash. So it's somewhere in the middle. Now, if you are somebody who has never played this game, I strongly recommend that you go and watch my videos on everything, really. Because, like Diablo 2, for example, if you level up past a certain point, your character or your city or whatever will be garbage and you will have to restart. Okay. Now, I was a, major Diablo 2 fan. Major. Okay. I've spent countless years of my life playing that game. And we all know it all too well. Okay. You level up, you spend all the skill points in the wrong skill, and you are fucked. Right? Then they came out with an update where you could reset the skill points with Akara early on in the game. Or, after you had went through Nightmare in Hell or whatever. Now with this game, you can't restart. So when you go to SimCity and you say, look, I want to restart my game and I want to be able to connect it with my Facebook, and they say, well, you know what? Don't restart your game. Just bulldoze everything and then just restart building. No, see, that don't work because you've unlocked a bunch of items. Now your epics are impossible. You are too high a level to find any rares. You know what I mean? Like there's other aspects that you can't just bulldoze everything on your map and just restart that way. That doesn't work that way. You're too high level to win the contest of mayors. You're too high level to finish your epics properly. You know what I mean? You're going to have a rough time, or maybe you've unlocked regionals and now you have regional items to worry about. Your assignments are too difficult. So no, restarting would be more of a benefit than just bulldozing all your work. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, sure, I'll just bulldoze everything for half price and start over. That's going to benefit me. Man, I really went on a rant. I just ran my fucking phone right out the storage. All right, you guys, I'm going to get this out, and then I'm going to be off here for a little while. I got to, recalculate my thoughts and figure out what video I'm going to put out today. So if you guys have not already, please hit that like and subscribe button.